Hey there! In case you're new to the channel or you just forgot whose video you clicked on, my name is Tube Dweller and welcome back to Thank God It's Free, the series where I review free games for crappy computers or on my crappy computer and tell you if I think they are worth getting and then just kind of what's in the game. So this week's game is Bendy and the Ink Machine, and before I get into my review, I'm going to read you the about this game. So it says, Bendy and the Ink Machine is a first-person puzzle action horror game that begins in the far days past of animation and ends in a very dark future. Play as Henry as he revisits the demons of his past by exploring the abandoned animator's workshop of Joey Drew Studios. With twists and turns around every corner, Bendy and the Ink Machine is sure to thrill you and decimate your childhood. You'll never look at cartoons the same way again. This first chapter sets the tone for the adventure ahead. Solve the riddle, escape the workshop, and above all, fear the machine and survive. Alright, so that's the about this game. And I want to make a quick note. I did not play a lot of this game, but I have seen chapters 1 and 2 fully done. So I know everything that happens. I'm not going to spoil it though if you haven't played it yet. So, okay, going on to my review. In case you are actually new to the channel or you just haven't watched this series before, the way that my review system works is a game can get up to 5 stars with 1 star into each of 5 categories. Those categories being story, gameplay, family friendliness, replayability, and personal enjoyment. So, and then at the end there's a notes section, so if there's anything I noticed during the game, I can tell you then. So, alright, let's just get straight into this. So the first category is story, and for me, story gets a full star. I think the story in this is great. It's deep. It's just amazing that you can actually get this much story out of this concept. Next up is gameplay. So did it lag? Were there glitches or bugs or anything? And I gave gameplay 3/5 of a star because of topics I'll get into in the notes section. Next up is family friendliness. So, was there swearing? Was there inappropriate stuff? And I only gave family friendliness a 2/5 of a star because I feel like it's a great game, but you can't have the family friendly aspect and have horror, really. So that's why that ended up being 2/5 of a star, because of all the horror elements in this game. Like, I was actually feeling sick with fear playing it. Next up is replayability. So is this game able to be played over and over again, or would it make you want to come back? And I gave it 3/5 of a star because I feel like it's not the type of game you would go back and play a bunch of times but if you wanted to get deeper into the story and stuff, then you could go back and play it a bunch more times. So I think it has the potential for it, but it's not necessarily there yet. And last but not least is personal enjoyment. So how much did I actually enjoy playing this game? And like I said earlier, I was getting sick. I was feeling sick just playing it, and so I only gave personal enjoyment 2/5 of a star. Now, before I tell you the total rating, I will say this game is amazing, and if you are not, afraid of this type of game, definitely go and play it because it's one of the better installments that I've seen. But the final rating for this game, and that's the reason I'm saying this, is because the final rating for this game is only 3 stars, which I even feel is underselling it, but with the way my review system works, this is the thing. Some people are like, oh no, I think the game is worse. And I'm like, it could be, but the way that my rating system works, things get more based on categories than just me. Because honestly, if I was rating this off of what I had seen of it, 4.5 to 5 stars. But based on all my categories and stuff and the way it panned out on my computer, 3 stars is all I'm able to give it. But anyway, now onto the notes section. So one thing I noticed is I don't know if I think this is built into the game, but there are certain parts where my screen would get extremely blurry, and I don't like that because I can't really see what's going on in the game, and I feel like that's not really good. It kind of breaks the immersivity of it, the immersiveness of it, I guess. It just kind of snaps you out, like, oh wait, it's just being blurry. Another thing is, and these are both gameplay sections, so when I said earlier I would talk about that in the notes section, this is what I'm talking about. Another thing is, this game lagged a lot. It was, for me at least, it was not, the controls were not fluid, and even if I can pull back up the store page, it says that the minimum requirements are OS 8, I'm guessing that's Windows, processor 32, 4 gigs of RAM, and just stuff like that, and I have all that, and it's still, I have better than that, actually, I think, than those, and it's just not working very well. And then the last thing is, like I said earlier, this game is extremely immersive. The music and the style of it, it just brings you straight in and it keeps you there. Like, I don't really get sick. I didn't get sick with fear when I played Five Nights at Freddy's that one time, which I'm planning on continuing at some point, but I don't know when. I didn't get sick with fear then. This made me sick, like, in a good way. You know, it made me feel like, oh crap, you know, I could actually get killed here instead of just Five Nights at Freddy's, where it's like, okay, well, I gotta keep him out of the room. Alright, but that concludes my review. So again, the overall rating for this is 3 stars. But do I recommend this game? If you like horror games, absolutely. If horror isn't your thing and you get scared really easily, which I know I do, then I don't recommend it to you as much. But if you love it or you're willing to take a risk with it, definitely go and check this game out. The link to the Steam store page will be in the description below. But other than that, I guess, like I said earlier, that ends my review. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please leave a like to let me know you enjoyed, because I won't really know any other way. And if you did like this video and you want to see the other reviews of free games I've done, there's a link to the playlist in the description right below the game link, I believe. And if you did like this video and you want to see more in the future, then let me know in the comments. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember if I think I just repeated it. But anyway, and you want to see more in the future, then let me know in the comments which free games you would like to see me review. I normally like to do newer ones, but if it's old, I will look into it at least. But that's all I can guarantee. And then you can hit the red subscribe button down below, or my logo should be on the screen right now, and you can hit that as well. But other than that, I guess we will hang out in the next video. Or will we? Dun dun dun. Cool.